first ever I Am Millennials event was absolutely off the chain in Atlanta. Energy was absolutely insane. So for those of you guys on the line right now, I know you're on the line, Mr. Bryce Thompson, Brandon, Nate Samuels, all the amazing chairmen in Atlanta that put together that massive event. Everybody that came out, all of the young ladies, the Platinum 5000, you guys absolutely were so impressive. I just want to say congratulations on an absolutely amazing event for the world of iMarkets Live this past weekend in Atlanta. So guys, let's just get straight into the information. We're 10 minutes into the call right now. I'm going to go a little bit in depth here tonight. So this call is going to go fairly long. So it would behoove you to stay with me the entire time and really get this information, learn this information. You see, I am not the best presenter in the world. I'm not the best speaker in the world. I'm definitely not the best leader in the world. I do work very hard around the world, but my results are a lot better than me. And what I'm going to give you guys tonight is information that allowed me to earn my first seven figures in the industry of network marketing. I got started at 21 years old. And anytime you do something full time for almost 9 years and you go through a lot of trials, tribulations, victories, losses, heartbreaks, pain, triumphs, making money, spending money, you learn a lot along the way. So I'm going to try to give you guys, 9 years and now over $20 million in commissions earned, right? I'm going to give you what I know to be true and how to win in iMarkets Live. Because here, this is what I know. If this opportunity and God's blessing can bless the lives of all these chairmen all over, Africa, Europe, South America, Mexico, United States, Toronto, Canada, if it can work for all of these people, right, from 21 to mid 60s at the chairman 10 level and above, I know it can also work for you. But you've got to get the information. So tonight we're going to talk about skills. A lot of times on these calls, last weekend, oh my gosh, was absolutely incredible. David talked about the spiritual side of success, which I absolutely love. So I wanted to follow it this week with the skills, right? Developing the skills you need to develop in order to become a success story here at IML. So if you're excited and fired up to be in this company, if you're excited and fired up to become a Chairman 10, and it's already done, guys, hit 555 in the chat box, and let's just get those fives in the chat box, and let's show the world the excitement. And I'll tell you what, it's the second half of 2019. We're less than 90 days. I believe 90 days. Hold up. Hey, Siri. How many days until September 13th?
It's 68 days until then.
Oh my gosh, 68 days, 68 days, less than 70 days away from the first ever international convention of iMarkets Live in Dallas, Texas. So you guys have got to get your ticket. You've got to be there. If you're serious, you're going to be there. And if you're super serious, you're going to be there, and you're not going to be alone. You're going to be with the team, right? You have to make good. You have to make room for the good in which you desire. So let's get right into it. I'm going to play this slideshow, and then we're going to get into the information here tonight. Matt, you want to help me? Play from start, right? Here we go. Boom. Here we go. All right. So developing the skills, guys. I'm going to run through this. Be taking notes, right? Money makers are note takers. Okay. I'm giving you guys the things that allowed me to make my first $1 million. So if you're excited about $1 million, I need you to listen to this information. Some of this information, hey, you might have heard it before, right? But if you're not a Chairman 10 or higher, and you haven't developed Chairman 10s in your organization, you don't know this information well enough, right? So you have to learn it, and you have to be repetitive with it all the time. This info allowed me to write this book in 2014. I was a lot chunkier back then, right? IMO makes you thin, okay? Tips make you thin, right? But this information tonight allowed me to make the first $1 million. So that's what we're going to talk about here tonight. Because listen, I want everybody on this call, right? I want you to experience freedom. I want you to experience levels of success like the Brandon Boyds, like the Dr. China Bethlys of the world, like the Lawrence Youngs of the world, the Bryce Thompsons of the world. He just had his 23rd birthday, Chairman 50, right? The Juan Diego's, Chairman 100, the Gustavo's, Chairman 100, right? All of these individuals are no different than you, but they understand this information. So Let's get into it right now, all right? These are the 9 most important keys to becoming a more productive and effective presenter, right? The word presenter, right? Presenter. Your income, write this down. Your income is going to be directly correlated to how many people you have in your business that understand and know how to do effective presentation, right? You can be the best closer in the world. You can be the best orator in the world. You can be the best, whatever you want to be the best at in the world. But unless you have real duplication in your organization of strong leaders, right, that are leading and doing presentations and teaching people the right way, right, it's going to be tough for you to reach massive levels of success. This is the 8-figure, forget 7 figures. This is the 8-figure mentorship call. So when I do this call, or David does this call, or Yvonne does this call, right, or whoever's doing this call, we're talking to people as if Chairman 10 is already done, and we're focused on Chairman 100 and above, right? We're actually nearing 2,000 people live on this call right now. So that just shows me the hunger, right, that you guys have to get into it. So I'm going to get into it right now. So number 1, developing new skills. It takes time. Nobody is a natural. You know, on Instagram, you see the quote a lot. It says, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 55. You can't sit there in Atlanta, Georgia. You can't sit there in London, England. You can't sit there in Barcelona, Spain. You can't sit there in Dallas, Texas, and compare your first 12 months in network marketing, right, to people like, you know, Dr. Joel Tanker, to people like Garrett Roberts, right, to people like Joanne Kushner, who have been doing network marketing, right, for years and years. I was doing home events in 2011. We had Platinum 5000s on stage yesterday at 21 years old. So 9 years, you know, the name that's popping in my head right now, Noelle Trumbull, she's probably watching this right now. Super proud of her. I was blown away. Platinum 5000, 21-year-old, I believe she's 21, young lady. So when I was doing home events, right, she was 11 years old, 11 years old, right? So don't compare yourself, right? Comparison is the thief of all joy. Understand it's a process. Understand it's a journey, right? Number 2, accelerate your learning curve. Right now, yes, we're recording this. We're going to get the link out tomorrow morning to everybody around the world. But hey, you got to capture the information, right? You have to write this stuff down over and over and over again and make it repetitive, right? Read it over and over and over and over and over again, right? Number 3, turn your car into a mobile classroom. We talk about that all the time. What time during your 24-hour day can you fit in personal development? Well, Alex, I'm busy. Alex, I got a kid. Alex, I got 3 kids. Alex, I've got a boyfriend. I've got a girlfriend. I've got a couple girlfriends. I got a husband. I got a wife. I got a job. I got 2 jobs, right? I'm busy. Everybody is busy. I'm going to go over my schedule at the end of this call. I'm going to show you what busy is. We all have 24 hours in a day, right? So when can you sit in your car, stop listening to Cardi B, right? Stop listening to City Girls. Stop listening to Selena Gomez and listen to Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar.
Hey, Alex.
Constantly, Bruce Nightingale, my personal coach and mentor, Mr. Bob Proctor, right? When you're going to the bathroom, we all go to the bathroom, right? We all go to the bathroom. When you're when you're going to the bathroom, listen
Alex.
to an audio book, right? Read a book. There are certain times you can fit personal growth into your daily regimen, right? Number 4, everybody wants to make more money. Make more money than you're currently making. Hit 333 in the chat box. I'm going to tell you how to do that right now.
Alex, can you hear me?
More meetings means more money. You want to make more money? Do more meetings. Zoom presentations, right? One-on-ones, 2-on-ones, hotel meetings. Do more meetings. Number 5, guard your mind against.
Alex, can you hear me?
This is just the appetizer right now. I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes here, okay, in about 12 minutes. But we have to go over to some preliminary things to get everybody's mind right and focused.
Alex, can you hear me?
Doing for the next 68 days. 68 days until the I Am convention. 10,000 people in Dallas, Texas from around the world, right? I want you to imagine all these people screaming and yelling and waving your country's flag for you. And you're walking up on stage as the Chairman 10. I want you to feel what that feels like right now. You have to create the experience right now, right? In the spirit. You have to feel $10,000 a month. I'm so happy and grateful now. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $10,000 a month, right? But in order to do that, you have to guard your mind against negative self-talk. right? Everybody has rough moments during the day. You don't really have a bad day, right? But there are rough moments that we all go through. I was taking off from Atlanta today, and something popped up on my Instagram feed. You know, some 20-year-old kid last night who was he was a Disney star, right? He was a Disney Channel star. I got 2 missed calls on here, China and Lawrence. Hopefully y'all can see and hear me. One second. David is talking to you right now on the call. Oh, hold up. Hey, David.
Hey, David.
Hey, bro, turn up the chat. You have somebody in there that's...
Okay. One second. Okay. Here, come over here. All right, appreciate that. All right, guys. Hey, it's a live call, so sometimes, okay, yeah, turn off the chat. Yeah. I got it. Hey, you know, when you're having success, did you meet the chat?
Should be, yeah.
Okay, it should be muted. Sorry about that, guys. My phone was on silent. When you're having success, you know, the bigger you get, the more people are going to try and tear it down. So we're getting right back into the information. Like Lil Wayne said, he said, if you don't have, you know, haters, you haven't done enough. We should be good. Wanda Webb said we're good, so we're good. All right, back to the info. Here we go. So you got to guard your mind. Perfect. Against negative self-talk, you have to block out. All negativity all the time and stay positive. Guess what? All the time, right? So when you're talking to your team, right? When you are building a business, when you are, you know, looking at your team and you want to give them pointers, you want to give them feedback, right? Like if I watch Brian do a presentation and and my goal is to help him become the best presenter possible, right? I'm going to watch him do a presentation and then I'm going to write down everything that he did great and everything that he didn't do so well at. And I'm only going to tell him what he did great at first. You have to understand, when people aren't making a lot of money, they're sensitive, right? When you get to 5K a month, now I reserve the right, you know, to give you, you know, more of a powerful level of feedback. I reserve the right to maybe say, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing this, right? Because when you're broke, you know, people are sensitive. So when you're dealing with your team, when you're dealing with your organization and your success group, guys, only give positive feedback. Avoid criticism at the lower levels, because people will only do what they believe they can do. You have to put belief, you know, into people. You have to speak belief into people's lives, and they will run and they will live up to you know, to the person that they can grow and become. Right, number 7, guys, how you do anything is how you do everything. Very, very simple. If you study people like Randy and Wanda Webb, you study people like Brandon Boyd, you study people like all these people that blew up my phone about 3 minutes ago, Clive and Felicia Johnson, right? All of these amazing chairmen we have in this company. You got to understand, everything they do in their lives, they do it at a level 10, right? They're working out, they're eating properly. You know, they're focused on, you know, personal development, right? Every aspect of their life, that, you know, their mentality is, hey, I'm gonna do the best I can do, right? With this subject, with this situation, I'm gonna do my best. So how you do anything is how you do everything. Okay. Number 8, guys, the time will never be just right. So start doing today. What does that mean? That means that most people, they're always getting ready to get ready. They're always getting ready to get ready, making their blueprint. They're writing down their goals, which is very important. But a lot of people, they don't go out there and take action, right? Knowledge, we all know knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. You got to go out there and talk to people. If you want to become a good presenter, if you want to become good at a one-on-one, if you want to become good at a 3-way call, you got to go do 10 3-way calls a day. If you want to get good at Zoom presentation, you got to do 10 Zoom presentations a day. So just start. I know it's scary. I know it's scary sometimes, right? You know, you make your list and you're about to pick up your phone, and all of a sudden, you know, your little iPhone, it feels like it weighs, you know, like a 10-pound brick, and it's tough, and you're scared, and you're worried about what people are going to think about you. What Eric Worre said to me, he said, in order to become massively successful in this profession, right, which that is everybody's goal, to become massively successful in this profession inside of iMarkets Live, this is what he said: you have to be willing to accept temporary Okay, a loss of temporary self-esteem from ignorant people, which means some people are going to think you're crazy for doing what you're doing. Some people are going to think you're nuts. Some people are going to tell you it's not going to work. You have to be okay with it, and you got to keep moving forward, right? And number 9, guys, you don't want to be the king. You want to be the king maker. I wish I could highlight that and star that. That right there is the difference, I believe, between 6 figures a year and 6 figures a month, right? And in order to be the king maker, you have to have something called humility. You have to be something called being humble. You have to be willing to give the credit away. You know, one of the things that I love about, you know, a lot of the leaders in this company is that when they get on stages around the world, they talk about how great and amazing everybody else is, and they edify their organization and they edify their group. And listen, you don't have to be a chairman to do this. You can be a platinum 600. You can be a platinum 5,000, right? Remember, you're always about making other people's belief level go up. And one of the best ways to do that is to tell them how great they truly are, right? You want to be the king maker. Okay, you have to be okay with not wanting the spotlight all of the time. You have to be willing to give that up to other people and help other people build and help other people grow and flourish, right? You know, I was talking with David in Atlanta, and he said, you know what? He said, I believe that the true measure of somebody's success, it's not even their result, it's their people's results, which means how many people have you duplicated into? How many leaders have you created? That's really, you know, what to look at in terms of a resume of a leader is, hey, how many people have they helped become, you know, superstars, right? That's the goal. The goal is to help people get wealthy. The goal is to help people get to the top of this thing. That is the mentality, right? So here we go. We're going to talk about the 3 stages, okay, of effective presentations. Now, here's the deal. Christopher Terry pays us for 2 things. Number 1, he pays us to acquire customers. And number 2, he pays us to teach customers how to go out there and get more customers. That's it. You can read every book. You can attend every event. You can do everything you're supposed to do. If you don't acquire customers, right, and then teach those customers how to go out there and get more customers, it doesn't matter how much WORK you're putting in. It doesn't matter, right? You got to do those 2 things, acquire customers and teach customers how to go out there and acquire customers. So here we go. Opening. Let's talk about opening up prospects, right? You know, if I could ask, how many of you want to sponsor, you know, 10 new customers in the next 10 days, right? Hit 222 if you would love to sponsor 10 new customers. Oh yeah, there's no more chat. 10 more customers in the next 10 days, right? You have to do these 3 things. So number 1 is you have to successfully open up prospects, right? Like if I had a cap on this bottle right here and I dump this water onto the cap, it's not going to go in. It's not going to go into the bottle. In order to even get this into that, I have to, guess what? I have to remove the cap. I have to open. I have to first open prospects, right? One of the best ways to do that is make sure the presenter at your event, the presenter on your Zoom call is properly edified. I don't know who said it, but I heard it in 2015. Somebody said your income will be directly correlated to your levels of edification of other people. I'm going to say that again. Your income will be directly correlated to how well you edify somebody else. Think about that for a second. Okay, I want to make more money. So in order to make more money, I've got to make sure I'm edifying people to a certain standard. Because if you're asking me, I'm your friend, right? I'm your friend, and say your upline is Gary McSween. I don't know Gary McSween from the milkman. So whatever you tell me about Gary McSween, I'm going to believe because I have trust with you. So if you tell me, hey, Gary is this, and this, I'm like, bet, get him on the phone. So you have to edify people. I've done 3-way calls with people, and they say, okay, what's up, man? Hey, I got my buddy Alex on the line. He's super successful. Listen to what he's got to say about this company. That's not how you edify, right? When you edify somebody, you're making somebody else look good, so it takes the pressure off of you, okay? You make somebody else look good. Hey, the next person I'm going to bring up to the front of the room, the next person I'm going to get on the phone right now, hey, you're so fortunate that this guy even has time today to get on the phone. He's wanted all over the world. He's made, a ton of money. Hey, when you say a ton of money, remember, nobody knows what a ton of money means. So a ton of money could be a platinum 150. $150 is a lot of money to somebody in Guayaquil, Ecuador, or Tucumán, Argentina. $98 as a monthly salary in Tucumán, Argentina. So 150, it is a ton of money to somebody in Tucumán, Argentina. Hey man, my buddy Bryce is getting on the phone. This guy is wanted all over the world. He's making a ton of money. But the best thing I love about Bryce, man, is he just truly cares. He cares about people. And when you make a decision to join our company as a customer here today, Bryce is going to really make sure you have the blueprint, for success. So listen to my friend Bryce, right? You're edifying somebody. You're putting somebody up on a pedestal. Okay. If you watch the people in this company that are doing very well, they edify people very well. Okay. Remember, you want to take the pressure off of yourself, because before you become the guy, before you become the girl, okay, you got to make it about somebody else. In 2011 in network marketing, I made $13,000 in my first 12 months. My second 12 months, I made $116,000. The only thing that changed was that I got out of my own way. Write that down. Get out of my own way. I got to get out of my own way. I got to get out of my own way, right? I edified my upline. I edified somebody else, and they came in and helped me close prospects. Some of you, it's not that you can't do it on your own, but you got to pass. You got to put it on somebody else, man. Because listen, if me and you have been homies for since seventh grade, and you've never been a successful person before, and a lot of you that are getting inside of this company at first, right? Especially a lot of the millennials, you've never run your own business before. You don't really know what's going on. When I was 21, I didn't really know what was going on in the business world, right? So nobody wanted to take me serious. So I put it on somebody else. Okay, there are people in your organization, Platinum 1000, Platinum 2000, Platinum 5000. Utilize them, leverage them, and edify them, right? Number two, you must believe 100% that everybody you talk to is getting started in your own. You have to have your own belief system is, hey, everybody's getting started in iMarkets Live as a customer. Everybody's getting started in my business as a customer. When you sit down with somebody, you have to be convicted that you have something that can truly impact this individual's life. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, we have the most impactful products and services that I've ever seen in my entire career. We are teaching people the rules of financial literacy. We are teaching people, how to make money on their phone and really get that wealth building blueprint so they can completely change their lives on a financial standpoint, right? Number three, right? You got one chance of a first impression. A lot of this stuff you would say, man, this seems to be common sense. Yeah, one chance to make a great first impression, right? Eye contact, smile, right? Building trust, shaking their hand, giving somebody a hug, right? Look good. Some of you, I'm not saying you have to go wear, you don't have to have Gucci suits on and Tom Ford suits on and stuff like that. This was talked about yesterday in Atlanta, and I love it. Two young guys were talking about going to Zara, go to H&M, $30, $40 for a suit, buy a different colored pair of pants. That one suit jacket now just became 2 or 3 different suits based on your pants, based on your shirt. I understand people are struggling financially. When I got started, I didn't have any money either. I was 21, ramen noodles at Arizona State. I wasn't walking around, in suits, but I was emulating success. You got to ask yourself, hey, who am I attracting? Who am I attracting by wearing a baggy t-shirt? Who am I attracting by wearing ripped jeans? Who am I attracting by wearing, a tight-fitting outfit that I would wear to the club on a Saturday night, but I'm wearing it to a hotel presentation, and then I'm getting upset because guys, they just want to take me on a date and not do the business. But what kind of vibe are you giving off, right? Energy is always running around. It's always moving around, right? And you gotta understand that you gotta look the part. Chris Terry always talks about, dress the way you want to be addressed, right? Dress the way you want to be addressed. You have to look professional if you want to attract professional people, right? If you're sick and tired of sponsoring ones and twos who come in and quit, and you say, well, how do I attract better people? A lot of people say, Alex, how do you attract, 7-figure earners? How do you attract, how did you attract, the Ivan Tapias of the world, right? How does that work? Because you have to look professional. People judge people. You and I judge people. It's not right, wrong, or indifferent, right? But people judge people. People judge people. So don't give somebody a reason to not join you based on what you're wearing or what you're smelling like or the way you're looking. You understand? You can wear whatever you want, but when it's time to do business, it's time to do business, right? I was going to college. I was playing pickup basketball at ASU. I was working out, going to class, shorts, t-shirt, cut off this, flip-flops, whatever. But when it was time to go do my one-on-ones, man, I ran home and put a polo t-shirt on. I ran home and put a button-down. I put a button-down t-shirt. I was sitting down with successful real estate agents. I was sitting down with people that were working at Morgan Stanley. I couldn't walk in with an ASU Sun Devils t-shirt on talking about a business. Maybe when I'm making 20 G's a month, 30 G's a month, then it really, okay, well, I'm making 30 grand a month. You can't tell me nothing. But when you're first getting started, you want people to join you in a business, you've got to be presentable. You've got to look the part, right? Number 5, let's run through this, guys. People do not care what you know until they know that you care, right? Don't go out there with a hunter's mentality. Don't go out there just trying to sign a bunch of people up. Just sign 2 people up, go to the next 2, go to the next 2. Go to the next one. That's not what this is about, right? I'm telling you, you got to get to know people. People have got to know that you care about them. They don't care what you know until they know how much you truly care. This is an old Amway quote from probably the 60s or 70s, and it still holds true today in 2019. Number 6 is very important. You guys should write this down. FORM. FORM. Okay? These are the tactical things on how to build a business here at iMarkets Live. When you have a conversation on Instagram, when you have a conversation on Snapchat, when you have a conversation on Facebook, when you have hopefully you're still having conversations in Starbucks, in gyms, in places, in physical face-to-face meetups. Hopefully you're still doing that. And you talk to people, they're going to talk about their family, what they do for their job, their occupation, recreation, what they do for fun, and they're going to talk about what they're motivated by / money. So when you're talking to people, you're listening for things called hot buttons. I'm going to say that again. Hot buttons. A hot button is a pain point. If I'm talking to Bass and, hey, Bass, what's up, man? Where you from? Where you going to school? Hey, man, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, man, I got to work. Oh, that's, okay. And they're going to talk about their job. Hey, man, where do you work at? Well, I work over here. I work at the bank. You're having a conversation with people. And as a conversation tends to unfold, most of the time, people will complain about the lack of money. People will complain about the lack of time. People will make comments, right, about how much they don't like their job. So you're looking for ways, you're looking for things that you can solve in their life. Remember, what we do here in iMarkets Live, guys, we solve people's problems through the power of Forex and financial education. You understand what we're doing here? We are solving people's problems. If you tell me what you want, I can show you how to get it. If you tell me your problem, I will give you the solution, and the solution will be with iMarkets Live. That's what you got to understand. You're not going out there just to sponsor 100 people. You're going out there to really find out where IML can change somebody's life. And when you are genuine about that and you have positive, genuine intention behind that, great things will happen in your business. Number 7, have good posture, right? The body never lies. When you're in a presentation, when you're in your weekly meeting in Miami, Florida, and Jeff and Angela Cruikshank are speaking, in front of the stage, or Mike Sotero, or Scotty Huss, or Matthew Rosa are speaking in front of the room, are you sitting there slouched over? Are you sitting there, screwing off on your cell phone, right? Or are you engaged? The body never lies. So you got to lean forward. When they say, hey, raise your hand if A, B, and C, raise your hand, right? When they say, say I, if you want to make more money, say I with passion. You got to get people to catch the energy in the room, right? The body never lies. And if you did all this work to get this prospect to this meeting, right? You did all this work and you picked somebody up and you brought them to the meeting. Doesn't it make sense just to go the extra mile, just to go 100% at the meeting, be engaged, right? Give them a little, elbow nudge. Hey, man, did you hear that? Oh, my, did you hear that? They're making money on their phone. Did you hear that? You want to get people to get caught up in the energy, right? When a prospect goes to a meeting, They don't remember everything about the harmonic scanner. They don't remember everything about who Christopher Terry is. They don't remember everything about the compensation plan, right? They can't. It's impossible in an hour presentation to retain all of that information. All you got to get them to do is in their subconscious mind say, I can do that. I can do this. I can make money on my phone. I can learn a new skill set, right? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I've got to do, something different. So be active in the presentation, right? So that's opening. That's open. We're a third of the way there. That's opening prospects. But remember, if you want to fill up the cup, before you can fill up the cup, ladies and gentlemen, you have to first open them. And now we're gonna present. Now we're gonna fill up the cup. And then last but not least, we're gonna close this thing out, right? So here's the deal. These are the 12 proven steps, okay, on presenting. These are the 12 proven steps that helped me make $1 million before I was 25 years old. And anybody can learn this information and everybody can apply this information, right? So number one, understanding is the first part of influencing, right? Okay, in more simple terms, you got to meet people where they are. If I'm talking to somebody that delivers Uber Eats for $10 an hour, I can't talk about Chairman 250. I can't talk about $250,000 a month. Well, the guy coming tonight, he makes, 50 grand a month. Okay, the guy makes $10 an hour. You're talking about 50 grand a month, okay? In their mind, subconscious mind, unrealistic, too good to be true, scam, all the things that we've heard a million times. So instead of talking about that, say, hey man, I've got a way for you to make enough money part-time on your phone, right, in the markets where maybe you can walk away from, doing Uber Eats, okay, within the next 4 to 6 months. How's that sound, right? You have to meet people where they are. You got to meet people where they are. Now, with David Emanitier, he was talking about 500 grand a month. Yvonne Tapia, the first question he asked me on the cell phone in 2016, in July of 2016, he said, can I make a $500,000 a month? And I said, it's on the comp plan. He said, great, send it over, right? So you have to meet people where they are. Understanding is the first part of influencing somebody to do what it is you want them to do, right? Identification is everything. So identify where people are and meet them where they're at. Write that down. Meet people where they are at. If you're talking to Sarah, who's a single mom of 2 kids, talk about things that make sense to a single mom of 2 kids, right? Don't talk about flying on a private jet to Turks and Caicos and, Mykonos. She doesn't care about that, right? You got to meet people where they are. You have to open them up to something different, right? And this is big. Number 4 is big. Decision making is 20% logical and 80% emotional. Okay, 20% of somebody saying yes. Only 20% is the actual logical side. This is from Tony Robbins. Is the actual logical side of the information. 80% of the 100% has to do with influencing somebody at an emotional level, right? People make emotional decisions. Let me give you an example, okay? The mouth is the dirtiest part of the human body. The mouth is the dirtiest part of the human body. Does it make logical sense to be kissing somebody else? No, but we do it because we're human beings, and 80% of decision making is emotional. So you have to connect with people at an emotional level, and once they see that they can do what it is you're talking about, they're going to say yes, right? Number 5 is big. Get your prospect in the yes mode. After a presentation is done, say Carolina Cruz, Chairman 25 in Costa Rica, she does the presentation. I'm in the room. My prospect's sitting next to me. His name is Matt. At the end of the presentation, this is what I do. Hey, Matt, what do you like best about everything you saw here tonight, right? What did you like best about everything you saw here tonight? Get them in the yes mode. How do you do that? This is how you do that. Hey, wouldn't it be cool to make money on your cell phone? Yes. Doesn't it make sense to learn from people that have made hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yes. Wouldn't it be awesome to get out of your Honda and get into a Mercedes-Benz? Yes. Could you really see yourself doing this? Could you really see yourself making money on your cell phone? Yes. Get them saying yes. In order to get them saying yes, what you're doing is you're setting off a trigger in their subconscious mind, right? Somebody told me this. They said, hey, if you get somebody to say yes 6 times in a row, whatever you say, whatever you ask them to do on the 7th question, it's already a yes. So, hey, does this make sense? Yes. Wasn't this an amazing event tonight? Yes. Wouldn't it be cool to do this, make money on your cell phone? Yes. And then you hit them with boom. Let's go ahead and get you started. Yes. You understand? You're leading people down a path of making a decision. During that path, you want to get them saying yes over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. Number 6, remove all objections in the presentation. What are the 4 biggest objections that we all get all the time inside of iMarkets Live? Number 1 is, I don't understand this. Number 2, I don't believe this, right? Number 3, I don't have any time. Number 4, I don't have the money to get started. Take away those 4 objections in your presentation. I do that. At the end of presentations, I say, hey, in closing, I'm going to talk to all the new people for 5 minutes, and then we're going to get out of here, okay? But if you're new tonight, there are only 4 reasons. How many reasons? 4 reasons why you would not get started tonight as a customer inside of iMarkets Live. Number 1, you don't understand it. Number 2, you don't believe it. Number 3, you don't have any time. Number 4, you don't have any money, okay? If I had 15 hours, I would break those 4 down, but I remove these 4 objections, right? Everyone's got 24 hours in a day. You know, if money's an issue right now, what are you doing to change it to make it a non-issue in the future? Okay, I don't believe it. What don't you believe? Right? 5 trillion, 5 billion, 5 trillion a day, 5.3 trillion a day in Forex, or you don't believe in network marketing, $180 billion a year, a year industry. Okay, so remove the if you take away people's objections, ladies and gentlemen, they got nothing to say no to. What else are they going to say? Right? Those are the big 4. Take away the big 4 objections. Boom. It's already done. They're going to get started. Right? Number 7, paint them into the picture. Okay? Everybody's forehead. This is what's on their forehead. Everybody's favorite radio station is this. WIIFM. WIIFM. They don't care about the Rolexes. They don't care about the Bentleys. You may think they care about your Lamborghini. They really don't. You know what they care about? You really want to know what they care about? They care about this. WIIFM. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Man, that's great, bro. You live at the Porsche Towers and you got a Rolls Royce. Okay, they don't care about that. What's in it for me? Oh, that's amazing. You just went to, Mykonos, Julian. You went to Dubai, for 7 days. That's super cool. What's in it for me? People want to know what's in it for them. So make sure you tell them, hey, what's in it for them, right? Number 8, always use voice inflection when speaking. Obviously, right, and obviously good presentations will educate, entertain, and inspire. Educate, entertain, and inspire. That is a good presentation, right? You teach people something, you entertain them and make them laugh. Maybe you want to make fun of yourself before somebody else makes fun of you. What do I mean by that? I always say, hey, growing up, I was never that smart. You want to meet people where they are. You can't walk in a room. Hey, I had a 4.0 GPA. I went to Harvard. I'm the smartest. I'm the best. I'm this. I'm that. They're like, cool. I can't do what you're doing. You got to relate to people. And if you're a phenomenal speaker, you almost want to tone it down in the presentation. Because if you're Mr. Les Brown on stage at a presentation or a Zoom call, people are saying, dude, I can never do what he's doing. I can never speak like she's speaking. I can't do this, right? You want to meet them where they are. You want them saying, okay, 10 grand a month. Okay, can I do what he's doing? Yes, I can. I'm getting started. Right now. So far, guys, if you're getting value so far tonight, hit 2. Oh, yeah, there's no chat box. I was going to hit 222, but you can't hit 222. That's okay. Okay, there you go. Make fun of yourself before the prospect does, right? Number 11, right? Promote for the next event. Right? The next event is Dallas I Am Convention, right? Dallas I Am Convention. The 4 reasons why Darwin Lopez. Okay, I'm gonna reiterate that. Okay, the 4 reasons why someone won't join IML. Here we go. Ready? I don't understand it. I don't believe it. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Okay, those are the 4. You take away those 4, ladies and gentlemen, they can't say no even if they wanted to. Okay. So make sure you're promoting for the next event always. Yesterday on stage in Atlanta, what did Bryce do to close the event? Hey, we'll see all y'all in Dallas. We'll see all you guys in Dallas, right? You want to get people that are on a high at the event. They're on a high on a call right now. So promote the next event, right? What do you see on TV? Commercials. You see commercials for the next UFC fight. During the UFC fight, you see commercials for the next World Cup game, right? During the World Cup game, shout out to America, World Cup champions, right? So you always want to be given a commercial for the next big event. Number 12, people do not care what you have done, but they care where you are going. So powerful, right? Stop talking about what you did 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 months ago. Stop talking about what you did last month. It's all about this month. It's about today. It's about tomorrow. It's about the next day, right? It's always about where we're going. Where are you going? Where you're taking the organization, where you're leading the organization. You got to always be talking about the future, always be talking about the vision. No one wants to hear the problem. No one wants to hear the challenges. No one wants to hear the struggle. Guys, talk about, hey, this is where we're going. Hey, we're going to be $1 billion company. Hey, I am convention, 10,000 people sold out. It's already done, right? We're launching all these amazing new things you're going to see in September that I can't talk about, right? It's already done. Okay, you're always talking about where it is we are going and the goals of the future, the vision, right? Without vision, people will perish, right? So you got to always be painting the vision. Like an artist paints an amazing masterpiece picture, you're always painting the vision of what's possible for them in the future. What life is going to look like at Chairman 10. What life is going to look like at Chairman 100. What life is going to become for their family when they become successful. You got to always be painting the vision of the future in people's minds so they can create a clear image of it in their mind, okay? And they can fall in love with that idea, and they can fall in love with that image. They can fall in love with the feeling that it's already done. What happens is when that gets created in the spirit world, it translates over here. Somebody said on stage yesterday, our words create our world. The word is in the word world. So our words create our world. So make sure you're speaking the right things, okay? So here we go, 3 of 3 closing. So here's the deal, right? We opened up the prospect, boom, right? Then we presented, boom. But if you want to take this with you, what do you got to do? You got to close it. You got to close it, and you got to screw that cap on tight, all right? So here we go. Here we go. Closing, right? You got to always be closing. You got to always be closing. You got to get the job done. You got to get people started. That's the name of the game, right? So number 1, confidence, urgency, and fear of loss. You got to be confident. You got to create a sense of urgency. Hey, I know you said you want to take your time to make a decision on this whole thing, but here's the deal. The way this whole system works is that when you get started here tonight and we go enroll more customers later this evening and tomorrow, there's actually a chance that those customers could get into your organization and be a part of your team. Facts, right? People do more out of fear of loss. What's the whole thing? FOMO, fear of missing out. People will do more because they're afraid they're going to miss out on something than for personal gain, which really doesn't make much sense, just the way the human mind works. So you have to create a fear of loss. Hey, you always want to join the band when it's forming, not when they're playing sold-out concerts at Madison Square Garden. You want to get started right now. Get them in the yes mode. Does this make sense? Yes. Wouldn't it be cool to work with this guy? Yes. Wouldn't it be awesome to learn from millionaires? Yes. Wouldn't it be great to make money on your cell phone? Yes. Wouldn't it be great to, get out, make enough money, quit your job? Yes. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get you started. Yes. Right? Always expect they're getting started. Okay. And, ask a closing question and be quiet. Shut up's a little aggressive, right? Ask a closing question and then be quiet. The best closing question that I've used for 9 years is very simple. I was on the phone with a young guy named Tucker. He might be on this phone right now. He was in another company, actually Amway. He had a group of 45, 50 people in his organization. We were talking on the phone, on Instagram, and then on the cell phone. And I said, hey, man, this makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and get you started. That's it. That's what I use to enroll people. Hey, let's go ahead and get you started. That's it. And then be quiet, right? Be quiet. Okay? And then if you need to, the feel, felt, found, I think that's on the next slide, but you got to meet people where they are, and you got to help them make a decision. Sales, when you sell, you're helping people make a decision that's going to better their life. People that say, I don't like sales, I don't like sales, I don't want to sell, I don't want to sell, I don't want to sell. You're selling yourself on the idea that you don't want to sell by even saying that. Okay? All sales is helping somebody make a decision. That's it. That's going to better their life. And we know IML is going to better their life, better their situation. Why? Well, because it's done it for 90,000 customers around the world already. So we know it's going to help them, right? So ask a closing question. Hey, man, let's go ahead and get you started. Hey, awesome. Let's get you. Hey, the next step is let's go ahead and get your product and services ordered. That's it. And then go from there, right? Okay, there you go. Number 6, feel, felt, found. So here's a situation. If for some reason you don't remove all objections or they create some nutty situation why they're not going to join right now, feel, felt, found. Write that down. FFF, right? FFQ. Okay, feel, felt, found, right? Someone says, you know what, man? I get it. It's cool, but I think I want to go ahead and do more research, right? This is how you rebuttal that objection. Man, I really feel where you're coming from. In fact, I felt the same thing when I first saw this. But this is what I found out. Any objection, feel, felt, and found them. Right? Hey man, it looks cool, bro, but I think I gotta save up some money. I'm tight on funds right now. Hey, Brian, I really feel where you're coming from. When I first saw this company, man, I was down and out. I didn't have much money. Right? I felt the same way. This is what I found out. I've actually found out that successful people figure it out. Right? Successful people say yes. Successful people, some of the richest people that I've been around lately, they make decisions quick and then they rarely change their mind. So let's go ahead and get you started. How's that sound? Right? Feel, felt, found. Right? If they're still there, they want to join. Right? Number 8 is very, very big. I feel like my first company, when there was no Instagram, I had no name in the industry, I didn't have any credibility or success, and I think number 8 is one of the biggest reasons why I was able to earn the money that I earned at such a young age. Okay? People will be afraid to not join you if they believe they know where you are going. If somebody believes that you're the person to take them to the promised land, if somebody believes that you're the person that's going to help guide them to financial abundance, they're going to join you. Period. If they don't believe that you can take them to where they want to go, they're not going to join you. That's it. So people will be afraid to not join you if they believe you know where you are going. When I first got on the iMarket side, there were 1,200 customers. Okay? This thing was not cranking. It was decreasing. It was declining. It was sliding. It was going the other direction. Okay? In 2016, when I got on the phone, when I got on Zoom presentations, and I didn't really know what Forex was. I'm being transparent to that. I didn't really understand it whatsoever. Okay, I was so convicted and emotionally all into this idea that people, right, they were afraid to not join me because they knew and they believed where we were going. You understand? Like when I sat down with Christopher Terry, I knew the guy had a vision. I knew the guy had a crazy work ethic. I knew that this guy was going to win. Regardless, this guy was not going to accept failure, period. And I still believe that today. That's why I follow Christopher Terry. He's been the best sponsor I've ever had in network marketing, okay? Because he is convicted on where he's going. Even not 3 years, but 2013 to now, what is that, 6 years? 6 years later, 6 years later, he gets on the phone and it's like it's still day one with him, making plans, making preparations, figuring out new things, figuring out, new strategies. You gotta be so certain. The person, when you sit down with somebody, the person who has more certainty is always going to win. Certainty, confidence, certainty, belief, certainty, they know where they're going. You've gotta be certain in where it is you are going, okay? And then obviously the fortune is always in the follow-up, right? You gotta always keep following up. My first sponsor in network marketing, he drove from San Diego to Phoenix. San Diego to Phoenix. I no-showed him 2 or 3 times. He gave me free Phoenix Suns game tickets. My first company, they had a lounge in the US Airways Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. So I would take a bunch of girls at ASU on dates, and I would go to Suns games, and I would just tell this guy, yeah, man, we'll meet up, we'll do the meeting, and I blew him off. The 6th time he drove from San Diego to Phoenix, he calls me, he says, hey, today I'm bringing my friend with me. He's 25 and he's making $40,000 a month and he wants to meet you. And I was making no money, right? Broke college kid. I said, yo, if you got somebody in your car making 40 grand a month, come to my house right now. And that was the day I made a decision to get started in the industry of network marketing. The point of that story is that Marty Wilwerka, look him up if you want to, Marty Wilwerka, my first sponsor in network marketing. What if he didn't follow up? What if he didn't drive San Diego to Phoenix, 3 different Suns games tickets, dinner, lunch, all those things? What if he said, you know what? Alex isn't serious about this thing, man. We forget him. Let's just move on. What if he didn't follow up? You understand? So the fortune is always in the follow-up. Until somebody is in your business, you keep following up. You just keep following up. That's the deal, right? So guys, in closing, decide, commit, and be consistent. People always ask for, one nugget. People always ask for, one tip. People always ask for, the secret. The secret is making a decision, right? Decisions shape our destiny. It's committing to the decision. Unwavering commitment. Google what I'm going to do that right now. I want you to understand what the word unwavering means. You make an unwavering commitment to your success. Steady, not wavering. Okay. Continuing in a strong and steady way, constant, steadfast, faith and support. Unwavering commitment. Unwavering commitment. That means you are not you are not on the fence. You have made the decision that says, okay, I am Chairman Ted. That's it. And then once you're committed to it, then you got to be consistent. What are you consistent in? The daily habits, prospecting, presenting, promoting, right? What are you consistent in? Reading your goals every day. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am Chairman 10, now that I am Chairman 100, right? Buying tickets for the I Am convention, right? Buying tickets, getting people there, doing whatever it takes, right? What's it take? It's whatever it takes. It's not some cliche, salesy, motivational thing, guys. That shouldn't be there. Stop sharing. So that's it. Like, you got to decide. You got to commit, right? Decide and commit. Decide and commit and be disciplined. Decide, commit, and be disciplined to your success. And when you do those things and you do them all the time, every day, right? 5-6 times a week, guys, you will have success. Like, it is there for you. Success is not reserved for just special people. Success is not reserved for just David Emanitier. Success is not just reserved for Jason Brown. Success is not just reserved, right, for Brandon Boyd. Success is not just reserved for certain types of people. It's reserved for everybody, but you got to make sure you are disciplined and you are doing whatever it takes to have success. So guys, I am super grateful you guys were on here, man. You guys stayed the entire time, close to 2,000 people on the line live. I want to say, I hope you guys got some amazing value. I would turn the chat box back on, but I don't know how to do that. So I just want to say thank you. Honest to God, I just want to say thank you for spending your Sunday evening with me. I hope you guys got some amazing value. You got some nuggets to put them in your business. But I'm telling you guys, 68 days away from Dallas, Texas. This event is going to be the event, not just the year, man. This is going to be the biggest, greatest, grandiose event ever in the history of this company. Okay, and next Sunday, here's your commercial. I'm promoting. Watch this. Next Sunday, I believe it's next Sunday. I'm almost positive. Next Sunday. Next Sunday, we are going to hear from our COO, Mr. Kyle O, and our CMO, Mr. Brandon Scott, about the future of what's going to be coming at the I Am event in Dallas, Texas. So guys, I love you one more time. My name's Alex Morton, and I just want to say I'm grateful for every single one of you. I believe in you. I believe in your success, and God bless your goals, and God bless your dreams, and keep giving it up to God. Pray every day like it's all up to him and work like it's all up to you. And I'm telling you, good things are going to come your way. Love on people, care about people, have integrity, be humble, operate with humility, give credit away, accept all the blame, right? Do these things I talked about here tonight. Open up prospects, present the prospects, close prospects, right? Promote for big events, read books, listen to the audios, fall asleep to Earl Nightingale, fall asleep to Jim Rohn, believe in yourself, celebrate every day as if it's already done. Guys, you have the best leadership in the world of network marketing in this company, from the Chairman 500s all the way on down. They are good people in this company with big hearts, and they are here to serve and to help and to inspire the next wave of leaders. We are excited. I am excited about the next wave of Chairman 100s and Chairman 500s in iMarkets Live. Because my mentality is this: the number one earner in iMarkets Live in 2025 is not yet even enrolled into the business. It is our job to find that person. You guys have a great evening. God bless you. And I will see you all in a city very, very soon. Hold up. One last thing. I promise you, I was going to tell you my schedule. I'm going to be in Tampa, Florida, the 18th of this month. I'm going to be in Puerto Rico the 19th and 20th of this month. In August, we're looking at El Salvador. We're looking at Honduras. September, we're looking at London. We're looking at Scotland, Frankfurt, Germany, Lisbon, Portugal, Madrid, Spain, Barcelona, Spain, Antwerp, Belgium, Paris, France, Warsaw, Poland. Okay, we're looking at Dominican Republic later this year. We're looking at Costa Rica, Panama, Medellin, Colombia, Bogota, Colombia, Quito, Ecuador, Lima, Peru, Buenos Aires, Argentina, Cordoba, Argentina, Santiago, Chile, Guadalajara, Mexico. We are coming to a city and country near you very, very soon, and I'm excited to see you and celebrate your success. One more time, God bless and have a great evening. Bye for now.